Hello there and welcome back to the channel. And in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and strategies that is actually going to help you win some lot of money in betting. So if you're new here, just give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share to anyone you think that is going to be helpful to them, and without further ado, let's just dive into the video. So what I want to share with you is a very great strategy. That in this strategy you just don't have to be greedy, because the more you pick, the lesser chance you have in winning. So this strategy is actually going to help you to determine the number of outcomes or goals that is actually going to come in a game. And I've actually tried this one out today with a less stake to see how this is actually going to work. So let's take a game like today's game right here. We have Arsenal versus Wolves, and I can confidently say this game is actually going to be another 3.5 game. So let's go to odds right here, and then we tap on O over U right here, which is the over and under, and then we scroll down right here to determine a game is actually going to end over 1.5 or 2 or more goals. This one right here, the over 1.5 odd should be between 1.24 or 1.25 downwards. That is 1.25, 1.24, 1.23, 1.22, 1.21, 1.20. Then I can confidently say the game is actually going to end 2 or more goals. When you see this one right here, 1.38, then it becomes a bit sketchy, and then we are going to say the game is actually not really going to end over 1.5. That is 2 or more goals cannot appear in this game. So therefore we are going to scroll down and then go to under 3.5, which means not more than 4 goals can appear in this game. And when you see under 3.5 odd being around 1.25 downwards, that is 1.25, 1.24, 1.23, I can say you are safe to stake for that. So with this one right here, I can confidently say that Arsenal's game with Wolves is going to turn out to be another 3.5 game, which means it's actually going to be 1-0, 2-0, 1-1, 2-1, and 80% sure that the game is actually not going to be more than 3 goals and above. So when you check out this odd, like I said, when you see the odd of over 1.5 being higher than 1.25, then the game is risky. You don't bet on over 1.5 over there. Let's go to another game right here. Let's say we pick any random game with this Egyptian league right here, and then we go to odds and then over and under, and then we scroll to over 1.5. This game is still dangerous right here. We can stake over 1.5. The game can end a single goal, or if it's gonna end over 1.5, that means it's actually going to be a bit dicey or not really something that is going to happen. So we can check their head-to-head and then see how their previous games have been. So you can see right here their head-to-head. You can see their last game ended 1-1 and their previous game ended 0-0, which means what I'm saying is a bit true, because when you check out right here the odd, the over and under, you can see that over 1.5, like I said, should be less than 1.25 downwards. So you can see this game is actually not safe. So we can move forward to stake for under 3.5 for this game, and that is basically very cool. It's a bit safer than the other one. So we can pick this option right here and then pick about 4 or 5 of them and then stake higher, maybe 3 over 1.5s and then 3 under 3.5 with this simple trick I've shown you right here, and you're going to earn some money. So let's go to yesterday's game or a previous game which has already been played, and you guys are going to see how it went with the trick I actually used. So when we check out Burnley's game, and I can confidently say this Burnley game is actually going to end 1-0, because over 1.5 is never going to be under 1.25, 1.23 or 1.22. It's going to be higher than that. So let's go to odd, and then we are going to check out right here, and then we scroll to check out over 1.5. So you can see over 1.5 for this game is 1.33 and then 1.35, and the game ended a single goal right here. You can see Burnley won by a single goal. Let's go to Watford, which is one of the games which can mess up. So this one was actually supposed to end under 3.5, but it ended up the otherwise. So you can see over 1.5, and you can confidently say this game was supposed to end, and you and I know that this game was supposed to end just less than 3 goals or 4 goals. It's very rare to see Watford and Crystal Palace meeting and then they're going to be free scoring. With Liverpool, we are not going to say much about it, and I can confidently say this game was going to end more than 2 goals or more than 1 goal. So when you scroll and we check out over 1.5, you can see it's 1.08, and it means it's confidently just safe for us to just bet. When we go to the Champions League, which I can say that Atletico Madrid's game over 1.5 was never going to be less than 1.25, and we can confidently look at it right here. Go to odds and then go to over and under, go to over 1.5, and we can see 1.33 and then 1.40 even at Betway. And when we scroll down to under 3.5, we can see that our strategy ended up right here. We can see 1.22 right here and then 1.28. So it's safe with this one right here. Man U versus Atletico Madrid ending up under 3.5, not more than 3 goals appearing in this game, and the game ended just 1-1, and that is basically very cool. With Ajax, I can confidently say the game can be more than over 2.5, I mean more than 3 goals. And then when we check out our strategy I'm trying to use right here, we can see that our over 1.5 is 1.17, which means this game is very cool, and we can just take over 1.5 and we are safe. So you can just look through, and like I said, just keep this number in your head. Safe over 1.5 should be between 1.25, 1.24, 1.23, 1.20, 1.22, 1.19, 1.7. Then you are safe to stake over 1.5. So let's go to any random league, like let's say in the Belgian league, and then we go to Ghent versus Arian, and then we go to odd right here. We can confidently see that this game was actually going to end more than 2 goals, and we scroll down to the over 1.5 section. We are seeing it to be 1.20 and then 1.19, and the game ended 4-0. So you can look through and then check out this option. And also under 3.5 should be between 1.25 downwards. When you see it to be 1.30, 1.35, that means the game is scary. And also when you see over 1.5 being 1.26, 1.27, 28, 29, the game can end up to be 1-0. And then if it's 2-0, it's accidental. Actually, being more than 4 or 3 goals is accidental. So when we go to Peru Serie B, and then we check out the odd right here too, we can see the over and under over 1.5 was around 1.3, and you can see that the game ended 0-0. So we can confidently stake under 3.5 for this game, and also it's around 1.32 on Betway, and that is basically very cool. So with this one to Rangers, the odd too, when we check out right here over and under, we see over 1.5 being 1.37, which means it's not safe. The game can end up 1-0, and if it's 2-0, it's accidental. So you can see right here the game ended up 1-0. It can end up 0-0 too. And when we scroll to under 3.5, we can see 1.32 and then 1.18. So this is some of the strategies I've actually sat down to work through or work towards, and then seen how it has worked. And I told you guys I staked a less stake right here. So you can see Tottenham game, I played it under 3.5, and then it ended up to be 1-0. And then this one too, I played, like I said, is one of the games that can mess up. So Watford actually disappointed, and then the game should have ended less than 3 goals. And then when you check out Liverpool, I staked over 2.5, which means I did another check, which I'm actually going to show you with the Fulham game. I'm going to show you the next strategy. And then also Luton and then Stoke City, the option worked under 3.5. Atletico Madrid, Man U, the option worked right here. So Ajax I played away win, and it's messed up. And then Derby County versus Millwall, the option worked. You see the odd right here, 1.12, and that is basically very cool. So you can check out the option, like I said, if you want to stake bets with over 1.5 successfully moving forward for you to earn some money. It shouldn't be more than 1.25. It should be under 1.25, 1.23, 1.24, 1.23, 1.22, 1.21, 1.20. For safer, you just take between 1.23, 1.20, and then you are good. 1.23 downwards, you are good. And if you want to see safer under 3.5 to 1.25 downwards, you are good. And that is basically very cool. So if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up, and you can check out my previous videos in my description so that you don't miss anything. And also check out on this screen in case you want to know more tips and tricks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share to anyone you think that is going to be helpful to them, so that everyone makes a date for my next video. And without further ado, I'm just going to catch you in the next video. Peace.